that. Sorry. So before the World Cup, obviously you guys finished. For me, you scraped fourth,
Okay.
and you won the Conference League, and it was a kind of an up and down season for you guys. I mean, I remember before Christmas you were like up to second, and all the talks was, oh, can Chelsea win the league until
Yeah.
Maresca put in your players' head that it's impossible for you guys, and they actually listened and dropped off.
No. You also have, I mean, go ahead, Ian. I think I'm gonna let you on finish.
Yeah, and dropped off a little bit, and then it was kind of a weird season for Chelsea. And so my question for you, Bruce, as a Chelsea fan, before the World Cup success, how would you rate that season? Were you happy with the season? Obviously, the win in the World Cup obviously makes it better, and you're gonna give me your rating before and after if you can. But yeah, before the World Cup, how did you? What was the feeling about your season, and what Maresca did and everything?
I mean, of course, we wanted, to on finish at least, I mean, we wanted, to win the Premier League, but we can, we were not able to win that because we have Liverpool. That was a really strong team that year. So on the other hand, though, I think on finishing top four was not bad at all because we have so much strong team in the Premier Leagues. If we were able to be on top of a team like Tottenham, I mean, you name it, right? So you also need to understand that Chelsea is a very young team. Now, remember, we were having that conversation, before the season even started. I don't think anybody, was giving the chance, to Chelsea to finish top four, which these young guys were able to to accomplish. If you see the average team, in the Premier League and even in this Club World Cup, they're a bit older, but the Chelsea team seems to be, I guess, like among the youngest of all. So
Yeah.
you have to deal with these players who are lacking
Yeah.
experience. And I think for the first year of Maresca, he was for me trying to teach them on consistency, trying to teach them to be humble, trying to teach them like to work harder. If you see the squad that he put against Paris, I mean that's that was the first time I saw Cole Palmer playing so much on defense. I've never
Mm.
seen him play defense before, like last year. He was
Right,
playing defense. You could see Neto, I mean, covering the whole, left line. He was going up
right.
and
It does not
down.
stop. It
So,
does not
Yeah.
stop.
yes, so the same also as Palmer. If I mean, this is not how we play last year.
Mm.
Last year we had you have probably Neto who was I guess sharing his position with Madueke, and
Yeah.
on the right side you have this
You had
boys from,
Sancho for a moment.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
Sancho. So
Central.
these
Yeah.
we were not going up and down as on each of these
Mm.
positions. So I think this is why we saw a lot of inconsistencies last year. But I think with the new breath of fresh air that came to the team, and now that it's really competitive, all these players know their spot is not guaranteed. I mean,
Right.
besides Palmer and and Fernandez and Castillo, they are, many of these guys, they know their place. I was even surprised on the way Gusto played. I have not seen him play that way.
Mm.
Last year, but yeah, I think they learn from the mistake. If I were to upgrade last year season, I think it was like a C. From the fan, I guess, on fan base, what we expect, them. I think it was a C. But if you compare that from what we just saw, I mean, I'm really hopeful. I think we will be a threat, in the Premier League. I think, we'll be a threat, in the Champions League.
Well, you said it here first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chelsea will be a threat for the title next season. But yeah, I mean, it seems like we've. Yeah, he's back. He's back.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, Yeah, I mean, I must agree that the season, if you've given it a C, uh, I mean, I think it's fair. A C is fair before the World Cup, but then after the World Cup, where would you put that grade?
Oh my God! After the World Cup, I mean, I'm really impressed the way the players understood the coaches system. It seems to me everything was clicking.
Yeah,
Everything was
yeah,
clicking. They were putting the pressure at this, like on a, they were all like I could see before Palmer has to press on the ball, he will like turn around, ask James it's time to go, and then if James give him this signal, they were all pressuring hard. This
Right,
is something I have not seen last year.
right,
right,
right.
right,
So
right, right.
so I could see they started to believe in the coach. If we play the way we play against PSG, or the way we even play, I guess in the World Cup, I
Yeah,
think this team should be like a plus team. And now we have the addition of Stefano. We have the addition of João Pedro. I think we should be really confident. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll touch on the auditions and the signings in a minute. But Freddie, did you have something for Bruce?
oh no, 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 no. I mean, I'm all ears. I'm surprised with the C though for the season. I know at some point people had them winning the league and they dropped down a little bit, but yeah, fair assessment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
the youth. I'm so sorry. I think I
go.
think that's that was the youth. The team was way too young. I know at
Right.
first we were all confident they're gonna win the team. I mean they're gonna win the league. Before we went into Christmas, we were I think top two. We
Top
were
two, yeah,
one game I think ahead of Liverpool, and then
yeah,
of course, they are young
yeah,
players. They were, were not like believing in what the coach was saying at 100%. But I think with experience, they got into better position. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
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 I mean, yeah, I'm also surprised with the C. Honestly, I know obviously it maybe. I mean, the target was Champions League anyway. I think most
hmm,
Chelsea fans,
Yeah.
even if they were second in the league, were probably not like we're gonna win the league.
yeah,
I think they probably would have thought that Champions League would have been more comfortable.
hmm,
And they probably would have thought like they were gonna be like for sure top four. They don't have to fight. In the end, it was kind of a fight. The last 5 games, you kind of had to win, and it was a bit tighter that maybe they would have won it. But I think the target was Champions League at the start of the season, and they got there, and in fourth position as well. So it's not like fifth. We're not sure. We might be in. We might not
yeah,
be in.
yeah,
Yeah. So
Definitely.
I think yeah, I would have said a B, and then I think even with the Club World Cup, I think it goes maybe from like a B to a B plus.
mm,
Um, but yeah, it was. I think it was a good season in the end. Wasn't
mhm.
it didn't always look pretty, and I think we. I mean, as a rival fan, I expected slightly more from Chelsea with how much they spent and
Yes, let's be honest.
all the spending that they've done. I know it's a young team and all that stuff, but
We know
I expected more.
Spain doesn't win anymore. We see
It,
here
That's
it
Real
helps
it.
a lot.
Madrid.
It helps
We
a
Look,
see
lot.
look,
It
Real
helps
it's
a
not
lot.
Madrid.
league, isn't it?
I don't know about
How
that.
much money has Real Madrid spent on all of
I
these
don't know
players
about
that
that.
they
But
have?
Real Madrid had one by the year, so this guy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, this
exactly.
year, I'm talking about this year.
They
Like,
had
I mean,
one by the year. They used to say
the
they're not going to
the
win
point
next
I'm trying
year.
to make is Spain doesn't win all the time. He might win
Mm,
sometime, but not all the
okay.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I agree with that for sure, but it's just it felt like there needs to be. I mean, I guess we're gonna move on to that next, but I know Champions League was still good, and I'm not taking that away, but it felt like the team should have been more settled, where you're not struggling to finish in Champions League. You're for sure like after Arsenal, you're for sure the fourth best team, and there's no debate, and there's a gap between you guys and whoever is fifth, whatever sixth, whatever after. But was a bit too close for comfort, you know. Like
I
you
know.
imagine if you didn't win that last game, and like it just
Well,
came down to that, you know.
Yeah,
well, let's not lie to
Yeah.
ourselves also. I mean, let's not lie to ourselves also. When you see the team of Chelsea last year, to be honest, I think we really deserve to be where we are. We were not super good because as far as talent wise, you
Mm.
could see. Like I know we have then added much of players, but the team of last year, I think top four was what they could have mostly expected.
The
top
best.
four.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
is no way they're gonna be on top two. I mean, you could see there's no much talent. Besides, sometime besides Cole Palmer, even Cole Palmer at
he was up
near
and
the
down.
end of this
Yeah,
season,
Yeah.
dropped
like
off a
he
little
was
bit.
no show. I
That's right.
see so many of you stop playing him in fantasy,
Right.
so it means
Mm.
something. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
right. But yeah,
Yeah.
so before we touch on the transfer, oh sorry, Terry, did you have something to say?
No, go on.
Okay, so before we touch on the transfers that you guys have made this week, but this season so far, I just wanted to know your opinion about Maresca because from the Chelsea supporters that have who I've spoken to, it seemed well at least at the beginning of the season towards or even at the end of the regular season it seems to be that the opinion was kind of split with him. I mean, some people were giving him a chance because it's his first year and all of that. But then there's a lot of people as well that I've spoken to that were not very happy with him, and questioning some of the decisions that he was making. So where do you stand on that?
my honest opinion. I mean to be honest, I like him. I think he's a good tactician. I think he's from a good school. He has learned with Pep. I think he has been able to demonstrate how he could, how if all the pieces click, he has show like against Paris Saint-Germain and during the whole on World Cup. If all the pieces are clicking together, you could see exactly how Chelsea could be a super team. So my honest opinion, I think like him. I think we haven't had any of that tacticians since Mourinho. Um, I know. So I think I like the way he's on on putting all this team together. There were some game last year, to be fair, where I was really doubting, but after seeing on the whole season, including the conference league, and the FA Cup, so all these games, like you could see a progression, on how these players are buying to his system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, if I can touch on that as well about Maresca. I mean, I remember um last time Bruce was here and we were talking about it and we were like, like what? Like he was defending Maresca and we were like,
Yeah.
what are
Yeah.
you talking about?
you guys cannot, you
But
cannot come from the championship and do something, but
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So well, I remember we were very like against, which I think most people were like us, very
I know,
surprised
I
with
know.
the appointment. I think for him, I would say he's done well because I know they brought a lot of players, and you probably expect him to do well, but I don't think he gets much of a say, unless I'm wrong. I don't think he gets much of a say on which players they're getting. So for him to have managed to get a tune out of most of these guys and find a way, I know they were not all the most consistent, but it looked like all of them at some point were like really good, and then they might one might tail off, and the other guy is really good. Because I remember at the start of the season, Caicedo wasn't all that, Enzo wasn't all that. Like it was
Yeah.
really
yeah, at the
Cole
start of the
Palmer.
season, the best player was Madueke. He was
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, Madueke as well.
very
Yeah,
active. He was
He
just
had a good
running,
fight.
flying down
We
the
only had
wing.
Palmer, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, Palmer, it was
Yeah,
Palmer was
Madueke
Palmer,
and
doing
Palmer.
well.
And then Caicedo started playing, Enzo started playing as well towards the end, and
Mm.
Pedro Neto as well started to show something. So
yeah.
he did manage to get a good amount out of these players. So I was very surprised about that. So in that sense, I do think he did well. And he's not afraid as well to change the system. He's
Yep.
not too dogmatic where it's like we have to play this way. If sometimes I've seen where you guys play a better team, like maybe an Arsenal or Liverpool, where you guys sit back more and you're tougher to beat, and it worked out in that sense. So yeah, I will say he did. He did. At least I was very shocked at how well he did. I was expecting it to be like a Frank Lampard, where he's like 10th. Like yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was
I
expecting.
miss those days, man. I miss those days.
Wow, no, we actually don't. I mean, speaking of on NATO, I really like his improvement. From
Yeah,
the time came
that was a good signing, man.
From
Yeah,
Wolves.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes, from Wolves.
Whoa, yeah.
He has really improved. He has commands, that he's on a position. He has dominated up on position, and mostly, I love the fact that he can come back and defend, and he's super fast. He's really super
yeah,
fast. You could see
Yeah.
him, running with Akimi. I mean, this is unbelievable.
yeah,
Akimi is on top level. So
Right.
and
yeah,
for him to be able, to play on both on position of the wingers. I think that's a really good plus for Chelsea. If that young, I mean, of course, we will talk about it. If that young Brazilian can do this same thing, on the right side, I think that would be
yeah.
really good for.